and then I watch as my internet crashes, and everything falls apart, and I have to die. And I live a useless life. I start crying. I would want nothing less than my streams to just stop working. It would like actually be my favorite activity. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we're doing today. It's the same thing we've been doing for months, maybe years. And that's the horse stream. Welcome to the horse stream. Of course, as we know, I still have not played any of this game in the past like 1700 years, as I've been too busy perfectly recreating a horse pixel by pixel. And today, we continue that journey. Because why would I do anything else in my life? I think I liked the method of not swapping. I think for 340 bits, I think I liked the method of not swapping the colors. I think that was a good call last time. I think it was a good call last time to operate like this. It makes... Oh, I guess we should start with the darker color then. It made everything so much faster. I'm genuinely inspired. YouTube chat, we had a 30-minute conversation on YouTube about where I was, or on Twitch, about where I was. If you ever want to see those, then make sure to check out the Twitch channel. But I was at MagicCon. That's where the horse was. But yeah, I think I liked doing this method where we were not swapping any colors, just pure unadulterated grinding. I think it made it kind of effective because we didn't have to keep swapping with two colors. Why are you already streaming when I'm doing my 15 review podcast assignment? Well, why don't you listen to horse radio while you're doing your podcast assignment, which is essentially what radio used to be before podcasts became Spotify. Once you defeat the horse, will you share the meat online in the world or keep it out yourself out of pride? I don't even know how to do that. That's like so much work. I don't know how to share things online. This is kind of like the modern day Fallen Kingdom, if you think about it. The real ones remember. Real ones will remember the trials and tribulations from like 1900s when I was drawing Fallen Kingdom pixel by pixel. I kind of missed doing this. Is that crazy to say, chat? Do you like Palm Beach Pete Extra? Do you think Palm Beach Pete and Extra Island Epstein took corny photos together like twins at a photo booth? It's crazy how he just like came out of nowhere looking like him. I don't know how they do that. I don't have sound. Well, you should probably turn that on. I think if you want to hear the live stream, you might need to hear it. Well, that's not my problem. It's crazy how he just we just say words. I mean, listen, if we're gonna be innovators in our dialect and introduce to the world new and exciting ways to communicate, we gotta throw a bunch of shit on the wall until something sticks. It's called being an innovator. All right, they're gonna say you sound crazy until you change the world. I will say that this method, while being faster, does muddy the reveal of the horse. It doesn't look like scan lines, but I, at this point, think that's like the least important part about drawing the horse, and the most important part is that there's a horse at the end of this, and that I don't die of, like, dehydration. I love horses. I've been waiting for the return of the Tamagotchi Horsecast. Well, welcome, welcome. Reminder, it is Cinco de Mayo, everybody. I hope you are celebrating Cinco de Mayo the only way you should know how. I say this as a hypocrite. I haven't celebrated Cinco de Mayo at all today. So I guess do as I say, not as I do. What do I do if I celebrate I'm under 21? I feel like that's some coping, all right? You can still celebrate Cinco de Mayo. What is it? Like, tacos got to be cheap this weekend, you know? They got to be a good price. We can replace drinking with eating food. Yeah, drink some carbonated apple juice. What's like... You could drink some like aqua fresca. I just had a concert, low-key. I didn't eat the whole day. Out of stress, I'm kind of hungry. See, and this is why you need to eat. Alright? Everybody needs to be eating more. How old do you gotta be to drink? 21? And who says drinking can't be funny? Alright? All of these people saying, oh, drinking is bad for you. Yeah, okay. Well, think about this. Drinking is hysterical. 21? What more could you ask for? It's literally comedy gold. How many streams has this taken? This is like number 4. It's like number 4. It's not that bad. I drank beer for the first time the other day. It tastes like piss, not wholesome. Well, it's an acquired taste, and clearly you haven't acquired it yet. So, my suggestion, keep going. Eventually, you'll learn to accept the taste for what it is, and then maybe one day you'll end up drinking like 500 of them. Honestly, liking beer is like a superpower because it means that you can drink alcohol at a low alcohol percentage, and you can feel like you're still participating in drinking while also not getting that drunk. You know, people would be like, okay, you're drinking a beer, and you could just drink that beer for the rest of the night. Not a single person will question you. 500 beers in a day sounds like a fraternity thing to do. Well, that's just called grinding. Oh my god, we're on the ice. Do you see that, chat? This is like the most beautiful sight in the world. Okay, here's my idea. We have to skip all the way over here because I don't have any goddamn clue what the middle section's supposed to be. They don't use any of these pixels, and I can't count that far. I can't count that far ahead. It'll, like, piss me off, you know? 500 cigarettes? Hey, if you smoked 500 cigarettes, you might grow an immunity to cigarettes. And that'd be kind of helpful. In the long run, that might not be that bad of an idea. Hey, my grandmother who passed away, she used to smoke a lot. And when when she died, apparently her lungs had no damage, despite how much they smoked. So, you know, cigarette immunity might be a real thing. We need like a beer tracker app. Imagine if there was an app where you could track how many beers you had in the year. I guess that's your notes app. But like, what if we had like an what if there was a letterbox for drinking beers? Would anyone use it? I can write my I could write my letterbox review for a Pacifico. My IPA list. My top 4 smoking and drinking. It's impressive how we don't really have a letterbox culture for, like, video games. Like, Backlogged exists, but I think I know maybe, like, 3 people in the world that uses it. It's called Untapped. It's untapped potential, the amount of alcohol that I have yet to drink. I use backlog. Well, we found one of 3 people. All right, well, we placed all of these pixels in this row. So now we can move on to the next color. Ladies and gentlemen, back to the grind. You know, most people just point a camera at, like, the floor, and they just draw with their finger. I think that would have been way faster. I saw some people do that, and I think I stared at my, like, screen for a minute, and I was just like, why the fuck did I not do that? Why did I decide that it had to be done on controller? I guess I was just so scared of the footage looking bad that this was now my life. Oh, it looks fantastic, chat. It is truly unbelievable what we've accomplished. Now that we're up to the eye, I'm enamored. The horse is taking so much mental space, I started telling my IRL friends about it. I go home to school, so I'm watching this niche internet micro-celebrity. Kai Cenat? No. He's kind of like Kai Cenat, but worse. And he's been building a horse on stream in Tomodachi Life for like 700 hours. I guess I'll never know who Altrive's favorite Uma is. Well, I can tell you my least favorite is vodka, for personal reasons. Mainly in regards to my physical health. Although, I will also say I respect the game, you know? With that being said, why do you... I've never played Ume Musume. How am I supposed to have a favorite? I'm sorry, calling yourself a micro-celebrity is odd, even though you kind of are. You don't think I'm a micro-celebrity with a niche cult-like personality? I'm a niche internet micro-celebrity with a cult-like following. Anyone can have a favorite. I haven't played the game. How am I supposed to know their personalities, their struggles? Who am I supposed to relate to? I need to know who they are. I can't just pick one based off of their looks. That'd be shallow. One day we'll end up playing Ume Musume. I don't know when or how or why, but it can be done. I do think it's kind of funny that I've never played it, though. Part of me loves the bit too much. Play it when you finish the horse? Well, no, I have to play Tomodachi Life, which I've barely played. I made a Tomodachi Life video before I could even get past, like, day 2. Everyone's probably watching, anyone who watched that video is probably like, this guy's barely made any progress in this game, and they're right. Dude, this method is so much faster. It's unbelievable. It's genuinely, it's crazy how much faster this is and why why haven't I done this since the beginning? Oh, I already did this square. We started here.
Can
Hello?
you make my favorite Pokemon Oki
Tier 3? Can I do my favorite Pokemon after this? Okay, that's not a real Pokemon, by the way. That's not a real Pokemon whatsoever. Okie Doggy? Are you just spewing Tommy Wiseau quotes at me? Didn't you see the stream where you drank and spent money? Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't play the game, though. I drank, but I didn't play it. It's the one we learned about filming today. Oh, are we just allowed to spoil videos like that? Am I allowed to sit here and talk about things that I recorded that's not out yet? Am I a leaker? Am I narking? Listen, this is important content, all right? I would not leak anything. I'm a child of God. Where the hell am I? Oh, right here. But I want to know the leaks. Well, don't worry, because eventually whatever we're talking about will come out, and then you'll have the leak. Have you played Magic the Gathering before because you were opening them, but you said you didn't know what they were good for? What do you mean? I don't know what you're saying. I'm confused. Have you played Magic the Gathering before because you were opening them, but you said you didn't know what they were good for? My first name's John, it's true. I want to know when you're going to talk my favorite Pokemon, Updog. You didn't know what the expensive cards were You didn't know what the cards were expensive for? I'm still lost here. I've been very lost here. I'm like quadruple lost. You've put me in a world of confusion. I'm like stun locked now. Etched foil lining. Do you play Magic the Gathering? Yes. I went to MagicCon this weekend. I've been playing it since middle school. I'm confused by the question though. That's where I'm lost. What is the question? What was I lost on the pricing of? Are you talking about the silver lining borders? I think I was not confused by the pricing and more so what they were, because they're in Japanese. Guys, sorry we didn't stream, by the way. I said we were gonna open up a box. Earlier you said you didn't know what the cards meant. Oh, well that's because they're written in Japanese. No, I didn't remember every single name of the uncommons when I opened up Strixhaven cards in a language that I don't fully speak. I only partially speak. I've lived in the US so long, I've just forgotten all my Japanese when I lived there. I just meant normal competitive cards. Well, see, now I'm really lost. I definitely buy a Veil of Summer and know what it's for. Anyway, sorry we didn't open boxes for our Strixhaven like I promised. Or Scootish's stream. We forgot to... Actually, we didn't forget. It's because Scootish drank so hard that he got alcohol poisoning. And he could barely talk the whole weekend. So we were unable to film anything. So we'll probably have a Strixhaven box hopefully soon. Hopefully soon, hopefully one day. But, you know, I'll keep you posted, you know. We'll see. We'll see if it's on the table. If it's not, simply blame Scootish. Not me. I didn't do anything. And I've never done anything, and I will continue to not do anything. I've been lurking since 2019, but this is my first time chatting. Wanted to say thank you for the laughs you've given me over the years. I'm a big fan of Among Us Monday and the vent test. Love your content. Wish you the best in beating the horse. Don't word it like that. That kind of pisses me off. Why did you call it beating the horse? I wouldn't do that. I'm not from... That's unbelievable. I watch JoJo and JJK all the time. I'm sick of LARPers. God, oh my, unbelievable. Beating horse, even Glenn Washington. I'm not Mr. Hands, everybody. I'm not beating a horse. I just started listening to the podcast about a tattoo on an anime character. That's kind of based. That's kind of my life, if you think about it. Dude, I'm getting so one-guyed right now. I'm like trying to process in my head what about Strixhaven that I was confused about. Maybe we're talking about standard cards, in which case, yeah, I don't play standard. But that comes from a philosophy of being a broke child. When I was a young kid, I decided I was never gonna play standard Magic the Gathering because I thought the rotating category was too expensive. Because suddenly the cards that I buy, you can't play them anymore. And as a kid, I was like, well, I don't want to do that because, you know, I bought these cards. I can barely afford buying a pack at 6 years old or in 6th grade. I don't have the income at all, actually. So I was like, I don't want to play standard. It's for the rich people. I've thought about getting into standard, though. I started thinking about getting into Magic Arena. But unfortunately, my heart lies with Commander right now. So I probably didn't know anything about the cards that are good in standard. Like, I could not tell you why I would ever want an Emeritus of Ideation. Unless it's for a specific reason in a Commander deck, because it's fun to play. Although it's a good card. Although I don't even know if that's gonna shake up Commander anyway, or Standard anyways, because quite frankly, right now it's all about Avatar. Am I getting Pibby glitched? Displacer Kit and draw 3 every blue mana you have. Yeah, but I could Displacer Kit and Tezzeret, and it's so much cheaper. So slow. I play Emeritus for 15,000 mana. I could just have like a Tezzeret and a Tezzeret and a Displacer Kit, and I could just draw my whole deck. Or a Displacer Kitten and literally anything. And a bag of Cheetos I picked up on the side of the road. This is some nerd shit. Exactly. This might be true. But it's the nerd shit that I love. It's the nerd shit that I live for. I play Pot of Greed, draw 3 cards. They should add Pot of Greed in Magic the Gathering. It'd be cool. And I see no problems with it. This is a nerd shit stream. Guys, maybe being a nerd like nowadays in the current year, it's kind of chill. I feel like now we have too many people trying to look cool that like being a nerd is now looped back to being cool because people are now performatively being a nerd. You know what I'm saying? Because I really think about it, all the coolest like bands and people like that are all just really big nerds. You know, something like Radiohead is just a bunch of like really, really huge, giant nerds who just are like, let's make some really weird, cool sounding shit. And it's kind of goated like that. And now I'm like, you know what? I'm sick of these people being like, I love Marvel. Anime, yes. Like, whatever, dude. I think we need to loop back to when being a nerd was like, now it's like, holy moly, the horse is here. I think people are using, I think too many people are nerds nowadays for the word to mean anything. It's true, but we need to bring it back. That's my method. That's my message of the day. Like, I feel like nobody likes anything passionately anymore. And if you do like something with passion, it's like embarrassing. And I might be over it. I think at this point, I don't really care. If someone likes something, I'm like, you know what? That's cool. That's cool. Anyways, this is just an excuse for me to say that, like, me liking Magic the Gathering is really cool and everyone should think I'm really cool for it. And something, something, something. I don't know. Truly my only passion in life right now. That's not true. I love making, at this point, videos has now been so fun. I've been so locked in and just making shit right now. I'm having a blast. But my other passion is just, I would just be this, dude, they released that Jin Sakai Commander. And oh my god, it's kind of all I do nowadays. I don't play any other decks. I don't do anything else. I started writing for that card. It's bad. The Esper one? Yes. It's all I live for now. You, Esper. Can't hear you. I love having fun. I love having fun and drawing cards. You can throw a fit all you want, and I'm gonna put my cool sunglasses on and feel super cool. Did you get the Fortnite card you wanted at MagicCon? I did. I did. I got it. I'm hoping MagicCon, I hope the guy who drew Jin Sakai will go to a MagicCon. Because I would love to get my Jin Sakai signed. You throw a fit while I play Zur the Enchanter. You just hit me with an ew Esper and then named another Esper. It's actually the biggest piece of genius in my life. I think there's so many genres of geek or nerd. Everyone has their own thing. You're not part of one group. That's, you know what? You might be speaking truth in a world full of lies. Be careful there. Don't burn yourself out. Esper, that Pokemon's cute. It's pretty chill. Five Nights at Fortnite. I love Fortnite. I need to get my Who drew the Fortnite card, actually? Can I get this card signed? Now that I think about it. Are they a Magic artist or are they a Fortnite artist? That's the wrong card. You guys got me on a side tangent now. Time to go on Google. Scryfall. Kevin. Is this a Fortnite artist or is this a Magic artist? I have some bad news. He has only ever drawn Fortnite cards. He has 3 cards, all Fortnite. He streams on Twitch. That's some big news. His art is gorgeous. The only Esper commander I respect is Oloro, who aura forms in his throne in command zone, gaining life and evidence the whole game. So, let me get this straight. First, you name Zur the Enchanter as an Esper. First, you call me gross for naming a Zur, like naming an Esper commander. Then you name a different one to prove that you're actually better than me for playing Esper by naming another Esper. And then you say the only Esper commander that I respect is one where you don't have to play it. Okay, that's fair. You know what? No lines. It makes perfect sense to me. I, too, also like playing cards where I don't have to play them. It's my favorite genre. No, I don't play Zur. So you are LARPing. You said you hated LARPers, and then you LARPed that you play a card that you don't. Just checking. I'm just checking. I'm just reading what I'm seeing. Altrive, I found out somewhat recently that Destiny 1 is still up and has an actual player base. That sucks. I don't play Zur. I hate Zur. I never said I play... Hold on. I never said I play Zur. You throw a fit while I play Zur the Enchanter. No, it's true. It's true. You're right, Chad. Everyone point and laugh at him. YouTube Frog, welcome, welcome. I also forgot I needed to do this. That was the wrong button. Crushed it. I've never played Magic the Gathering, but I considered playing. What is the most annoying deck I could possibly ruin? Fun. You know, somebody asked this question recently, so I'll give you a brief answer, a brief re-answer. If you want to play a deck where everybody has a miserable time, you should play... What's it called? If you want to play a deck where everybody's having a miserable time, and no one's having fun, you should look at Gran Augustus the Fourth. I think is the specific name. He just makes it so no one can play the game, and everyone will hate you. If you want to, like, ruin specifically the really big nerds days, thank you for the prime. If you want to ruin, like, a nerds day, and someone who's, like, really deeply passionate about Magic the Gathering, then what you really should play is SpongeBob. That's SpongeBob, also known as Jonah the Unifier, will piss off just about everybody in such a small niche way that they can't be too mad, but they're also like really mad the entire time. Because you're either gonna piss people off because the deck kind of just plays itself, or you're gonna piss people off really hard because it's SpongeBob SquarePants in my Magic the Gathering game. And that pisses me off that SpongeBob is in my pure art. So that's my suggestion. That'll optimally probably piss off just about anyone you play that game with. Now, if you want to make a deck that like really makes everyone mad, I have some great news for you. There's a website you can check for cards with what's called a high salt score, which is how upset people get when the cards are played. So you pick SpongeBob, and then you open up the list of high salt cards in Magic, and you just put all of them in a deck. And then it doesn't matter if you win, because you're pissing everyone off. And then you just still have SpongeBob as a commander, because you can play all of them. And people get pissed off when they see that card anyways. As you can tell, I've put a lot of thought in this. My pod, whenever I play Winter Orb, I smile and I crinkle my hands like an evil villain. I wash my hands like an evil villain. I start giggling and laughing. I'm like a little evil villain. I wash my hands like an evil villain. Well, I mean, what else could they be doing? They just have to have good hygiene. Games are only fun when I'm the only one having fun. You know what? I like that attitude. I think that attitude's gonna get you far in life. I'm with you, man. I am with you. I stand with you. If I'm not having fun, then what's the point in playing a game? You know? Unironically, why am I here? That's like competitive. That's competitive gaming in a nutshell. What was that really good Cauldron card in Commander again? I don't know. I thought you were supposed to be the one that knows. It was blank Cauldron? Well, that was standard. You're talking about Agatha's. This is some sort of really niche D's nuts joke for Magic the Gathering. At least this is what the setup is. This feels like a D's nuts joke. Dude, what am I doing? Where am I going? Oh. Anyways, what the hell am I doing? Oh, right, I'm painting a horse, pixel by pixel, until it's the most beautiful, perfect thing in the world. Guys, does it look like a horse yet? Dude, the eyes peering out with no background is actually so fucking awesome. It looks so scary and intimidating. What a horrifying sight this horse is. It looks hungry. This could be it, chat. This could actually genuinely be the stream where we lock in and we call it done. We get all of its beautiful nature done. Let's keep talking Magic the Gathering. True. Guys, one of the Magic the Gathering segment of just the horse talk. All we do is we talk about card games for, instead of children, like everyone else, where they play Pokemon, we talk about a game made for millennials. They announced Garfield. That was awesome, chat. They got Garfield in Magic the Gathering now. It's everything you could ever want and more. Larry's gonna be so happy. Lasagna tokens. I hope they have food lasagna tokens. That'd be so Aura Farm. I get my lasagna food tokens. I think I figured it out though. I was looking at it and I was scratching my chin. I was thinking, are they gonna make a Garfield commander so that you can build your own Garfield deck? And I was sitting there, I was staring at the images. And guys, I might be a first, but I think I have information in regards to what the commander card will be. By that I mean I stared at the pictures they provided, no leaks, and I think I just figured it out from basic observation skills. When is the Hatsune Miku collab? I have some fantastic news for you. If you're wondering about a Hatsune Miku collab, I have great news. Anyways, I think they're gonna make a Garfield commander, but I think it's gonna be a reskin of a different card, and that's my big leak. It's gonna be a reskin of Rin and Seri the Inseparable. That's my big genius move. Come back when I'm right. When they announce Rin and Seri the Inseparable in part of the Garfield Secret Lair. That makes so much sense. Dude, they released a picture saying Cat Drop is coming out. And one of the pictures is Odie and Garfield sitting next to each other. And I was like, wait a fucking minute. That's a cat and a dog. That's gotta be Rin and Seri the Inseparable. And that's literally all I'm working off of. Come back when I'm fucking right. I'm like the smartest person alive. Come back when Wizards of the Coast cease and desist the stream. They might send the Pinkertons after you. Well, I do like Weezer Pinkerton, so this wouldn't be the worst thing to happen to me. I would just look at them, I go, ooh, ooh, I look just like Buddy Holly. And they would start clapping. They'd be like, oh my god, you know the song. But yeah, I'm excited for Garfield. It's Garfield time, ladies and gentlemen. Do you have the Weezer song, but it's Fortnite? Somebody bought me Say It Ain't So, and I don't know who it was. Somebody on my Fortnite friends list bought Say It Ain't So for me. Don't know the name. Wasn't my friend Larry, who has seen Weezer 14 times in concert. I thought it would have been him, but it was just some random person. And to this day, I still haven't figured out who that person on my friends list who gifted me Buddy Holly is. It is like a Weezer ghost. Say It Ain't Joe. I wish it was Joe. That'd be cool. I wish I knew who to thank for gifting me Say It Ain't So. I don't know, like, why this has happened. I feel like it's kind of like a personal attack. I feel like I've been marked. You know, and they're gonna come and get me. Like, I'm gonna get hunted and die. I try hard in 100% of all the Fortnite Weezer songs. Unfortunately, I kind of want to get Blue Album on vinyl, but I haven't gotten the opportunity to. I feel like Blue Album, I see it at like a Target every single time, but I feel like buying Blue Album at Target is disrespectful. Like, sure, I could buy it, but I feel like it has to be found. Like I have to go to like an old record store and it has to be somebody's like 30-year-old copy of Blue Album that they took with them throughout college, you know? Or it has to be gifted by a big Weezer fan. You should get vinyl on Blue Album instead. Chat, you want to see a vinyl I bought recently? I had this shit shipped to my home. I had to get it, like, imported. But I bought a vinyl, and it's about the coolest vinyl I'll ever own, I think. Yes, I want to share this with you. I'm very excited. I'm very excited by my waste of money. This is my coolest vinyl. I was so excited for this album. I've been waiting it for so long. Album was really good. Do you have any CDs? I have only one, and it's Vanisher by Quedeca. Do you have a record player? I do. I bought one. This came out, I've been wanting this on vinyl for so long, but I bought this vinyl like 3 months ago. 3 months ago, I purchased this thing. As a very patient man. I sat and I waited. And I waited and I waited and I waited. Now, most would say you can just buy this from a Target. Which is true. You can just go to Target. 1 billion of these have them. It wasn't seen that impressive. But I had to get this specific one shipped from the UK. For one specific reason and one specific reason only. It is the coolest vinyl I've ever seen. It was also like twice as much as buying it from Target, but it was worth it. Maybe, you know what? I'll show you the first one. I'll show you the first vinyl. So this is the first one. Or this is the second one. This is side C and D. It's just a yellow album. I got this yesterday. It's a very beautiful yellow. Very awesome. Pretty cool. It's the side A and B record that is out of this world. So far, this might be my album of the year, by the way. It's kind of goated with the sauce. This one is the reason why I bought this whole entire special edition vinyl from the UK. I had to get it imported. I pull it out with the plastic sleeve. This is the one that I bought. Is that not the coolest fucking vinyl you have ever seen? I saw this and I had to have it. Never move that vinyl again. This thing is so sick. I was like, oh my god, I need this now. I bought it, pre-ordered it, and waited like 3 months for it. It was worth every penny. Put it away, chat. Oh. How they put blood inside of the vinyl? They guessed. They kind of closed their ears and they guessed. They went la 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 la. Can't remember if the fluid vinyls are fragile or not. I think it's middle. If I remember correctly, it's like if I remember, it's like technically a bad idea. But only like on a technical scale. Like at some point, it's more likely to break than not getting it liquid filled. So if we're talking raw durability, you should just buy a normal one. But, you know, hey man, you live once. If it breaks, I could just go buy a cheap $20 one again. I could just buy a normal one. You drink the blood vinyl? Do you think it gains me the powers of all of the gorillas if I drink the blood in it? Like, do you think I become Damon Albarn or 2D if I drink all the if I drink all the liquid inside of it? I'll gain all their power and knowledge. Why does it have liquid in it? Because it's sick. Because it's cool. Does it have to have a logical reason behind it? Shift my glasses like nerd emoji. This doesn't improve the audio quality of the vinyl at all. You should just be buying standard vinyl players, plugging it into your tube amp. Because if you don't have your tube amp, you only get half the sound. It's cool as shit. That's why I got it. You'd be 100 men philosophically. Well, philosophically, you could be 7 billion men. And every single person that you interact with or meet is actually just an extension of you. Because they're all just part of your human consciousness and the only truth that you know. Because you only have the perspective that you have. So philosophically, every human being you ever meet in your life is just you in the form of an interpretation of how you think those people are. Could you beat one gorilla philosophically? I mean, if it's like a really lazy gorilla, I could take him. If he just like didn't feel like it and didn't fight back. But I might get owned by a gorilla. I might get flabbergasted by one. I'm not confident. I'm not confident in my skills in fighting a gorilla. I would have to touch up on it. I have to workshop it, you know? You can just listen to the live orchestra. It sounds better. And you know what? The funny part about that statement is it's not technically true. Because somebody could fuck it up. and you would be legally allowed to kill them. Is that Fyrus? Everybody say hi, Fyrus! Oh my god, Fyrus. We were just thinking about you. As we tend to do. An honor. That's fair. Oh my god, I just looked up and I saw that the one of the eyes is completely done on this horse. That's incredible. 14 hours on the horse. Well, it's been 13 hours, but I'm happy you're getting excited for yourself. You just want it done so bad, I understand. We all want it done. Because I've played like maybe an hour of Tomodachi Life. This island's gonna be awesome. Dude, next time I do one of these things, I'm just gonna pick the recommended size that they normally tell you to do. I'm never doing this again. When I make a box combo, bro, it's gonna be like quarter resolution of this, quite frankly. Do we finish the horse today? We'll see. We'll see. That depends on how much trial and tribulation I want to go through in my life. But I'll put it at very likely. I did just get back from drinking and smoking and gambling in Vegas. Is this AI? It could be. If you want it to, you could take the stream and you could import it into AI. And then you could ask AI to interpret the stream based off of the footage that you gave it. And then you could rewatch the stream and it would be AI. Can you turn on click maps for no reason? No. By that logic, anything could be AI. And is there something wrong with that logic? Is like, I'm the smartest streamer alive. Are you complaining about what logic I've provided? Can you turn heat maps on for a reason? Well, I haven't thought of one. I made your chat into an emoji spell. Are we spell casting now? Do I have a chat full of like wizards and warlocks right now? Like, what is happening? I casted a Harry Potter spell, and now your entire family is burned at the stake. I never really understood burning at the stake. Like, what? Am I going to a barbecue and you've burned my dinner? Doesn't really make any sense. I'm sitting there in front of the Laugh Factory. Everybody's now applauding, screaming, hooting, and hollering at how funny that joke was. I sit there, roses are falling from the sky. I come to collect my Nobel Peace Prize because I ended war in Iran already with that joke. I brought universal world peace. I hired an Etsy witch. It might be hiring Etsy witch art. I think it might be time for all of us to start ordering like Etsy witches. Like, I'm tired of having bad luck, so I think if we just started ordering Etsy witches, I start casting spells on myself, I think I'd live a happier life. Because, you know, I could cast a spell on myself that gives me $1 million. Oh, this is completely wrong. And now it's completely right. I'm a genius. Actually, it's still completely wrong. Now it's completely right. What are the negatives to hiring Etsy witches? Have we figured out, like, if you just charge, like, is the negative that if you charge your money back, then they'll cast the curse on you instead of whoever you cursed with? Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, what's stopping me from casting a good fortune spell on my life, typing affirm, and then making millions and millions of dollars. Dude, I can hear it, my voice getting rough from all of this talking. I could feel it getting a little sandy. And I'm not talking about no SpongeBob Sandy. The crowd erupts in laughter. Omega lols fill the chat. Probably should drink more water. Get some good tea. I feel it. I just feel pain. I don't feel sick at all. I just feel my voice becoming, well, Drink some apple cider. Does that work? Or do you just get, like, killed? Do you just drink... It's like drink rat... Like, if you drink cyanide, the horse goes away. Which is kind of not what I want. I've been spending a lot of time drawing it. So, I'd like the horse to stay. It's more than welcome to be here. You should get a Etsy witch for a lozenge. That might be a good idea. Hold on. Maybe I should... I don't know. Maybe drink this water right next to me. Sometimes I wonder if we should bring guests onto the horse podcast. We actually just turn this into a real podcast. We'll into our week, like our monthly episode of Drawing a Horse podcast. We bring the horse in podcast. We've targeted a demographic. There's not been enough horse-based podcasts in the podcasting scene. So, like a good businessman, I've decided to take the initiative and fill that hole of niche information and knowledge to create the ultimate horse podcast, horse-based podcast. You're listening to 99 Point Horse Live. We interview people while we're painting a horse. It ends when we finish the horse. So if I start now, it would be like a 1 second long podcast. It would last a day. It'd be the world's longest podcast. Finally stopped LARPing and played Persona 3 yesterday. You've done it. You're no longer a Persona fan. Because the one thing I've learned about real Persona fans is that if you've played Persona, you would hate the games. That's how you know you're a real Persona fan. Because you play them and you're like, these games fucking suck. And then anytime someone says these games suck, you're like, hey, buddy, I'll kill you. This is true. Persona 3 and Persona 4 kind of ass. I was having this discussion with somebody who, like, they love Persona. Where we were both in agreement, where they were like, we just sat there and were like, yeah, these games are kind of ass. All of them are kind of like the worst games ever made. But if anyone ever said that to me, I'd be pissed off and I'd want them dead. I'd type their address out online. I call it like the Persona paradox. Only real Persona fans play 1 or 2. I mean, that's true. If you're actually like a deep, deep fan, then you would have been playing Persona 2 and Q2. You load up the 3DS. How bad are Persona 1 and 2? I don't know. I haven't played them. I've completed 90% of Persona 3 and I can't finish myself to play it. What about SMT? SMT, I've heard, is just like the world's hardest games ever made. It's like, if you want to hate your life, you'll play those games. I've yet to play them. I have no knowledge on these, but I've heard that every person I've known that has played those games, all are as depressed as, like, the main characters in the game that they're playing. You know? And they're always playing, like, the same boss fight for, like, 100 hours. So I guess SMT5 in all those games is, like, it's for a hardened gamer. Somebody who just loves, turn-based RPGs so much. I've thought about getting into them. But I've just been playing Final Fantasy on a Vita. I've been trying to understand what the hell of Final Fantasy is even about. I haven't figured it out yet, but I am playing it in about the worst way possible. I'm playing it in a way that pisses off literally every Final Fantasy fan ever. Which means I'm doing a good job at playing them. You know? Wow, we finished another line. If it's Final Fantasy, why are there so many of them? Dude, and notice the flow chart. 2 people made the exact same joke right at the same time. Everyone point and laugh at them. What a flow chart. To be fair, I'd make the same joke too. I'm no better. Yo, everybody say hi to Thunderscott. Hello, Thunderscott. Thank you for typing a horse emoji. And you providing social commentary onto the stream. I feel like that's good enough. I feel like that covers the whole. Oh my god, it looks so good. It looks unbelievable. How much do I have left? How far away am I from my art piece being done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're at like 9 rows left. What if we stopped here and made him bald? I think we would have had to stop a long time ago for bald. I think that was like hundreds of hours ago. That might have been the time. But I don't know if you know this, you can see the giant luscious locks. All right, well, next row, chat. Hey, you know what? An hour in, we've done 3 rows, I think. We've gotten, like, really fast at this. This has been the method. I've been eating green chili burritos while watching Altrive draw a horse. Guys, I hope you're celebrating Cinco de Mayo. The classic holiday. If not, I encourage you to start celebrating it. I applaud your commitment / stubbornness. This is the first, you know what's funny? This is the first time anyone has applauded my stubbornness. Normally they just tell me to kill myself. So, you know what? I appreciate it. I will throw away 4 years of sobriety to have a drink. Well, hey. It's Cinco de Mayo. It's Cinco de Mayo, all right? 4 years sobriety. What's 4 years? You can start again. 4 years isn't that long. In the grand scheme of things, how long is 4 years? Thanks for the raid. Everybody say thanks for the raid. Huge raid. Four years, 4 days, same shit. Hey, listen. Some people go back to college. They get another degree. That's like another 4 years. What's 4 years to anything? Hey, I've been doing YouTube for like almost 10 years. And look how far I've come. You know, 10 years is nothing. All right, imagine what I could do in 20 years. Probably the same. I'll probably be the same thing. Speaking of college, I'm gonna graduate this week. Okay, okay. We're getting degrees. We're getting degrees. My chat is now finally getting degrees in college. This is good to know. In 20 years, you could draw this in memory. That'd be funny. I do this stream 20 years later. Can I draw the horse from memory? I'm getting a degree and I'm gonna be on Dean's List. Okay, well now you're sweating and you're like showing off. All right, now you're a tryhard. Why don't you just like go to college and do what we all do, which is start smoking and drinking and like doing beer kegs, all right? Dean's List? Okay. Oh, so you weren't like in math club. Oh, okay. Oh. All right, we're a C's get degrees stream. That's what we are. Who the fuck even is Dean? I think we should kill Dean. I don't know who he is. Is he that? He's the guy. Okay, actually, I do know who he is. He's that guy from video game high school. If it was the Dean's List was the guy from video game high school's list, you know what? Congrats. That's actually big news. Harley from Epic Mealtime. Was his name? I thought Dean was the guy in the hat. He was in the red shirt and the hat. I'm drunk and I love your horse. Hey, can I get an amen in chat? Can I get a hey man? A hey men in chat? Yeah, Games Dean. There you go. We need a hey men. It's kind of like a joke. I tell those sometime. You should check the stream, twitch.tv/Altrive. Or you can watch it on YouTube. Where sometimes I forget to read the chat, because it's difficult, and my job is hard. You ever been a Twitch streamer? You wouldn't understand the struggles. It's the hardest job in the world. In the course of the match, you can get 80%, so what's the point in trying? True! I have coffee paint. I got horse paint. I'm painting a horse. Dude, I'm in this weird, like, flux zone where I'm both tired, but also caffeinated. What a fascinating space in life to be in. I've been in that state for 10 years. I'm sorry. I'll keep my fucking mouth shut. I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm so sorry. My bad. I'll keep my mouth shut. I'm just an embarrassment. That space is called ADHD. Well, I don't have that, so I'm normal, so I think it's just called probably going to Las Vegas, Nevada for a weekend and smoking and drinking and gambling for like 3 days straight for a week. I think it's called going on a bender. Don't call yourself normal. I'm normal. If you ask me, I'm normal. Everyone else is weird because they're not me. Have I been in Just Chat? I forgot to change it from Just Chatting this entire time. I'm really smart. I'm actually the smartest guy alive. Listen, the bar for normal is whatever I'm used to in my whole life. What does normal even mean? So, in this case of my pure intelligent, I am normal. Anyone else who's not me is not normal. Because I spend less time with them as my bar for definition of normality. I'm normal. If you think I'm not normal, that's fine. Because you know what? You have your own perspectives in life. And you, in your own perspective, is normal. But as to me, I'm normal. And you guys are not. You're the weird ones. Is Nerman gonna be in the Magic the Gathering collab? I wish. If there was Nerman, I would smile ear to ear and I would clap. Normal means weak to fighting in shadow. Alright, well now I know you're definitely not normal. You hear the word normal and you start reading out all the Pokemon attacks. Imagine you go into like an autism diagnosis test. And they're like, all right, we're going to see if you're normal or not, which is obviously what they tell you at an autism diagnosis. And you just start reading them back to you like that. I feel like the doctor would look at you and say, all right, test concluded, you can go home. And they give you a big lollipop. That's true, I can't confirm. Someone said shadow, the fuck is shadow? Someone hits him with Gales of Darkness knowledge. Oh, we're deep. Oh, this is deep, man. We are in, like, deep Pokemon, bro. We're pulling out Gales of Darkness knowledge, bro. I couldn't even tell you the last time I played Gales of Darkness. What Pokemon would taste the best? Nosepass or Klefki. Probably Klefki. That's my vote. And I refuse to elaborate. Nose pass? Well, I'm not gonna elaborate. Applin? Boring. Don't pick something that's already a food. This is true. This is truth of the matter. I'm glad we're getting the like nitty gritty of everything. Bro, whatever I'm drawing is the most complicated shape of all time. I don't even know what's happening. I've lost my mind. I've lost my marbles. I don't know who I am. This is actually hurting my head, dude. I'm gonna start screaming. I'm gonna start screaming so hard. Wait, have I figured it out? No, I haven't. I'm still so lost. Wait, hold on. I'm locking in. Holy shit, chat. I figured it out. I had to do the gaming lean in. Everyone say hi, Fairy Latte. Dude, I just saw the eyeball, bro. We're actually genuinely, we're in the end game. We're about to hit like the post-credit scene in a Final Fantasy expansion. I think that's it. I think we've drawn every pixel for the dark on this row. I think we have. I think it's time to move on to the next. Oh, we're so far, dude. Oh my god, we're like so far into this. Maybe I do make a cup of tea just to make sure my voice survives. Chat, I'm gonna go heat up some water. Hey guys, I started heating up some water. Is anyone else celebrating Cinco de Mayo by getting the $2 tacos at Jack in the Box, or is this just me? I feel like it's the only way you can be celebrating something like a Cinco de Mayo, you know? Some real authentic Mexican food for Cinco de Mayo. I'm hungry, what do I order? Well, it's Cinco de Mayo. What about Revenge of the Fifth? So you think Star Wars is more important than Mexican culture? Curious. Curious. You think a second day dedicated to Star Wars is more important than the plenty of years of a Mexican holiday? Is that what you're saying? Star Wars could be Mexican? We'd have to ask Larry on this. We need to get an expert. I live in Mexico. I don't live in Mexico. Not Larry. What does Cinco de Mayo celebrate? Well, I celebrate Drinko de Mayo, personally speaking. So if you ask me, the holiday is in celebration of my love for and lust for alcohol. Order a quesadilla. True, it's time for like it's time for the $2 tacos at Jack in the Box. Some real authentic Mexican cuisine. How much alcohol is one alcohol? You know what? Like one beer or one shot. I should probably go check on the water that I just heated up. It's probably done by now. I just came in to remind everybody that I'm still alive and that you should subscribe with Twitch. You should subscribe on Twitch or YouTube. Get access to my Patreon for $1 or subscribe on YouTube or Twitch to also get access to the review column on Discord, where you get weekly reviews every Friday on whatever I'm watching or stuff like that. Last week was... How do you do that? Oh, well, it's members on YouTube. I should clarify. The Altrive newsletter? Exactly. Essentially. Last week was the drama. I reviewed the drama. This week, this week is Speed Racer. The 2008 movie, Speed Racer. So get excited. All right, I'm gonna go get my cup of water. Guys, I have my tea. Start a 5-minute timer. If it's old, that means he must like it. This is true. This is true. I like to LARP as a 70-year-old man, so if it's old, then it's gonna get good reviews. High marks if it's older. But that's because it's retro. How am I supposed to, what? Am I supposed to not like retro? It's in my blood. Type 1 if you love retro. I need to have a crock pot so I can make autism chow. So, would you like to elaborate, or am I supposed to have that be left for interpretation on what autism chow is? What is... Timer set. Was probably slow. Well, now when my tea is ready, it's gonna be too hot and I'm gonna burn my lips. It's gonna be your fault. Coded Altrive doesn't play Minecraft, goes for the retro instead. Well, hey. Some would say that Minecraft has entered retro. Minecraft might low-key be slowly entering the retro zone. Because think about this, when did we start playing in retro video games? Because I think Minecraft might be as old as something like the GameCube was when we were making YouTube content about retro video games. And Minecraft is well over 10 years old now. It's kind of retro if you think about it. It's an old video game. Where do we draw the line at retro? Is Minecraft only considered retro when it's the older updates? If I played Alpha, is that a retro video game? This is what must be discussed here. It's definitely retro. I think Minecraft is kind of retro. I'll say it. I think it's kind of a retro video game. My first retro game was Toontown. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I feel like Wii games have entered retro. I also think Minecraft is kind of starting to enter the retro arc. People will hate me for saying this, but I simply must speak the truth. Will Fortnite 2017 be retro, if not modern Fortnite? Can live service games become retro? What is a retro video game? When is a game considered retro? These are important questions that us as a society must find out. So I can eventually buy retro video games and flip them for millions of dollars. This is true. I think at this point the Wii is retro. I think without a doubt, Wii has to have entered retro. Because what? The Wii is almost... Did the Wii come out in 2007? Is it 19 years old now? When did the Wii? I think it is almost 19 years old now. Is Kirby and the Amazing Mirrors retro? Yeah, it might be. I think less than 10 years isn't retro. I'm retro? Oh, well, we know. You've already called yourself Unk. I'm retro. We need to kill Larry. I have been saying this for a while. But like, how old is the Wii? Is the Wii considered retro video games now? Because it's like 20, right? Is Larry retro? Yeah, Larry's retro. He's like the oldest man in the world. You know what? I kind of feel like I'm acting like retro wasn't a word that describes things that aren't video games. Like, this is why I feel like I'm treating the word retro like it only describes video games, as if there's not like retro cars. There's got to be some sort of online definition of retro for like years. Can someone Twitch chat GPT search up how old something has to be considered retro? We can figure this out. Your water is burnt. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna start crying. 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 At least 15 to 30 years old. 20-year-olds is vintage. But what is retro? Video games invented retro. It might be true. My water is on fire. You know, I've caught water on fire before. It can be done. It's actually not that difficult. Real ones know. If anyone knows about how fires work, they know you can catch water on fire. Retro refers to a style of vintage. Well, vintage refers to one. Retro refers to a style, and vintage refers to one particular item. So then, when does something become retro as a style? Like, what makes an NES game retro? Can CD games be considered retro? Anything that uses obsolete, outdated technology. So then would you argue that games that are CD aren't retro because we have not moved past the need for disk drives, but they're becoming retro as consoles continue to remove the use of disk drives? Also, what about retro games that you download from Steam? Like, is Doom for the MS-DOS retro? It still runs on PC. It's still a fully functioning and playable game. What outdated technology does it use? Doom is definitely retro. See, we're philosophers in this stream. We're asking real questions. At what age do humans become retro? That's a great question. Being hungry is retro. Hey, they used to be hungry back in the day. Not now, though. Now we're all too plump. So now the current trend is becoming hungry again. We all have to take our Wegovy GLP-1s and get super skinty, like Scootish in chat, who's very skinty now. I'm 6 foot 145 pounds. Is that skinny? Are you a stick? Can you cosplay as the stick bug? That's crazy. Everyone say how skinty Scootish looks today, by the way. I don't think any of us have complimented them on their skinty new form. Do you have any bones or muscles? Do you have organs? And not the playable kind? Although if you have the playable kind, that'd be cool. I want to know what kind of person you have to be in which in your life you decide that it's really important for you to learn the organ. Bro might be into feminist literature. I'm drinking my matchas. I have my Labubu attached to my bag. I have everything I need. They call me Mr. Performative. Because I perform. The chat froze again? It didn't freeze, it's just shy. You're making it nervous. I really do need to fix... I need to find a different widget for combining chats. It just keeps failing me. Thank you for the 33 months. 1 million months is a pretty long time. Hey, that's impressive. I hate AI so much. Hey, man. Someone asked ChatGPT what month has X in its name. It always knows. It'll always know which month has X in its name. Because we all know what month it is. It's December. As we know, December is the one month of the year that has the X in the name. X the Everything app? It really is the Everything app. I haven't seen it do... There's nothing X can't do. Called Twitter. Nice try, buddy. You seem to be living in an alternate timeline. It's actually X the Everything. You should have considered that it does everything, because it's the Everything app. Did you buy it from Elon? True. Guys, I'm so locked in right now, it's not even funny. Either that or I just spaced out for 100 hours and I just placed blocks in completely random locations and I don't know where anything I placed went. Oh my god, we're so close to the end. It's unbelievable. Oh my god, I almost feel freedom. I almost feel so much freedom that I could fill my diaper. Yeah, do we do something crazy? I think maybe, hold on. I think we stand, chat. Let's do something crazy. I'm shrinking. I'm getting really short. I've risen. Now it's gonna be harder for me to get tired as I'm painting this horse. Where am I? Oh my god. Oh, what wonders. What beautiful wonders this horse has provided in my life. How did you do that? A magician never reveals his secrets. Is your voice getting a little hoarse? Maybe. Well, that's why we have the tea. I think this is what happens when you go on a giant bender where you are smoking and drinking and gambling for several days at a time. While you're in Las Vegas. Luckily, I'm jacked as shit and nothing can stop me. So what's gonna end up happening here is my voice is gonna be totally fine in like an hour or so, and there's gonna be no problem. But I did have tea just to be safe. Like a smart genius I am. Better for Futurana, true. It's true. Welcome to the reference stream. We love references. Chat, what's your favorite reference? Share with the class. And if it sucks, we'll call you names. Looking cool, Joker. Everyone applaud Fires. That was a good reference. I like that one. That one's good. Because it's like a reference to me. How hungry? Is that, would we consider that a reference? I feel like that's more like a meme. My favorite reference is Rick Astley in anything. You know what? In this instance, I respect it. I respect it in this circumstance. It is kind of epic. How many streams has it taken so far? I think this is the 4th horse. This is horse stream number 4. So about 4 streams. Which, hey, you know what? Not that long. Not that long. I've watched longer things. Ladies and gentlemen, that's another line done. Look at it in all of its glory. Oh my god, we're reaching the top. We are really at the top. It's gonna curve out. This last bit is just the speech bubble. We're not gonna do that. Mainly because I'm lazy. And I don't want to. But also because the speech bubble doesn't really provide anything. It's kind of useless. You know? Like, the speech bubble literally does not add anything to any of this. It's just kind of there. Are we gonna finish this today? It could happen. We're 2 hours in. It could happen. I could lock in. Oh my god, taking one sip of that tea and my voice healed for a minute. I felt real life healing. You can put the mouth on the speech bubble. No, we're just not going to do the speech bubble. And if it looks cropped and stupid, then that's my fault for using an image that had the speech bubble. I literally have an emote that doesn't have the speech bubble. And also was way less pixels than this. We could have done like a 64 pixel thing. I genuinely decided to make this difficult in every way, shape, or form. An hour is 67 minutes. Chat, can we explode that guy's brains? Send like electric radio waves into his head. One day we'll look back at this and we'll laugh. True, it'll be kind of like when I built Fallen Kingdom. We'll look back at this and be like, oh yeah, I did that. I'm struggling. Guys, I'm having difficulty. My brain is short-circuiting. Wait, hold on. I think I fixed it. This looks about right. Oh, we're entering the part where we're starting to become slow again. Can I buy ad space? Not this stream. Not this stream. Unfortunately, this stream, we can't buy ad space. As much as I would love to resell you ad space. Because trust me, I would. Hey, I'll gladly take your money. It is my favorite thing to do. Quick chat, say something exciting. Ooh. Was that exciting? Did that change your lives? Can I buy $50 from you? I got a $50 to exchange. Sorry, if you want $50, you have to send me $100. And then I can give you 50 back. I'm so greedy I could. How greedy? Hey, it's not called being greedy. Listen, accepting donations, would you call it charity greedy? You wouldn't call it charity greedy. So why am I different? For accepting donations? Curious. What's a charity's favorite thing to do? Curious. Just curious. Just hashtag noticing, that's all. No, but sure, charities are for a good cause. And how is giving money to me not a good cause? What about giving money to me is a bad cause? It's a good cause for concern. Curious, dodging the question. If you ask me, giving money to me is a great cause because it means you get to give me money. And is that not a beautiful cause? You gamble CS cases? Charity doesn't gamble CS cases. And why is that a bad cause? You make me happy. I get happy when I do it. Sounds like a charity problem. True, because think about this. If charity gambled your donations, it could just make more money than what you donate. Why haven't they thought about that? Are they stupid? They could be making way more money. They could be helping way more people if they just put all of their money on a roulette wheel. Thank you for the 12 months. Thank you. I think charity, you know what? Hit me up for a call if you guys want to start making some real money. Oh my god, we are actually at like the last... We're at the end, chat. We're at the last like 5 lines. I think this is actually the final horse stream. Unironically, I think we might just ball it out. Because I've realized it, looking at the top of the head, we are actually like curving out on the top of the forehead. Hey, you should say something? Excuse me, don't you see I'm a little busy? I'm drawing a horse. I don't know if you can see this. I hope the horse falls in love with Deku. My hope is that Rivers Cuomo falls for this. If I can get Rivers to fall in love with his horse, that'd be really cool. Well, we'll have to see. Alex Yeek and Rivers has been talking a lot. They haven't talked in months, and my Switch... as soon as we're done drawing this horse, we have to update the game. But they've been talking. They've been talking a bit. So Alex, Yeek, and Rivers, you know, I guess the only person you should love is yourself. And Alex Yeek is proving this message. But, you know, I'm seeing some serious commitment coming from Alex Yeek right now. They could fall in love with each other, so this could be a time for Deku to sweep in. That being said, I think Deku might be in love with... Who does Deku have a crush on anyone right now? I think they were thinking about Joker. And I told Joker that's a terrible idea. Because, quite frankly, have you seen the guy? It's Deku. So, a Horse and Deku could be a good pairing. I hope Opila Bird and Joker find beautiful love. They seem to be crushing on each other, but they're too afraid to commit right now, which is kind of pissing me off. It's kind of like watching those bad seasons of anime. It's kind of like watching Love is War. Which I guess makes sense since Joker Persona 5 is like John anime in this instance. Oh, this entire everything here is absolutely fucked up. I don't even know how I did that. Wait, no, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I'm okay. What's fucked up is that this doesn't go here. Wait, what have I done? What is this entire section here? I'm hurting my head. Oh, I figured it out. Sorry, Dash. I'm in my copy of A Tomodachi Life. Opila Bird fell for Alex Yeek. Sorry, I don't believe in your little fantasy story right there. This is the real one. I don't believe in your spin-offs. I appreciate your little fan fiction that you wrote, though. But if you ask me, my island is the only one that matters. Because I made it. It's hashtag real. Can I get a hashtag real in chat? Kind of like Instagram reels. Nothing has been worse for my mental health than Instagram reels. For the simple fact that they're just too funny. And I can't stop swiping them. Oh my god, the hairs are convulging, bro. Do you see this? Oh my god. They're meeting. The dimensional conjoining is happening, chat. Don't be alarmed and don't be afraid. There's nothing you can do about it. It just has to happen. Is this intelligence? I can't see the grid, but I do get to see more. I get to move them less. I'm gonna try this out. This might change my life. This might be the life-changing pixel platter. Oh, this is awesome. I haven't moved this section in like hours, bro. I don't have to like do this like resetting camera thing. It's just grinding. But it's just enough that I can still understand where the grid is. Oh my god, chat. We're doing so much optimization right at the end. Actually, you know what? I'm ready to draw another horse for like 7,000 hours. I think I'm ready for... Maybe we should do another one, Chad. Maybe we finish this and then we just... We start all over again with something else. Would that be like the smartest idea ever, Chad? Hold on, maybe we should do another incredibly detailed drawing again. Maybe my stream should just be Tomodachi Pixel Perfect streams. Where I'm drawing Tomodachi things at a pixel perfect level. And that's all I do. And my life serves no purpose other than to serve that of the horse court. Well, we do need to make food items afterwards. True. What if we draw them by hand again? We don't need to use them as a stamp. We could just draw them again, chat. Make a second horse. We could draw a different horse. Hold on. What if we drew a second horse? What if we drew a second horse as a different horse this time? This might be a genius idea. This might be life-changing. Mr. President, a second horse is at the island. Maybe this is what everybody wants. I've thought about it. The horse streams could never end. We could always be painting horses. We could be so locked in becoming the horse guy. It'd be kind of like BoJack. We could have our one gimmick. We could be the horse guy. Should have an island of... Chugging that. Oh my god, my voice just turned normal instantly, bro. Look at that. I told you. It was gonna turn back to normal. It was inevitable. As I am normal, life is normal. All right, and now we go the other way. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I like looking up. The thing that motivates me is looking up and seeing that she's, you know, the horse is there. I can see the horse. I can feel it smiling at me. It's thanking me for putting it into existence. It's going, thank you, horse. Thank you. She's fabulous. I forgot that I think we made it an it, to be fair. Because it can be whatever you want it to be. A beautiful stallion goes beyond the idea of gender normality. I think a beautiful stallion redefines what gender normality could even represent. Our non-binary friend. True. And we love a non-binary queen. Or horse. Can you still be a non-binary queen? I feel like you can. I think anybody can be a queen, quite frankly. Our non-binary monarch. That's a good way to put it. I like that. Whatever's in their heart. That's fair. I think we respect that. We are at like this section where I'm constantly getting confused on where I'm placing things. It seems like a constant battle. But at the same time, I've gotten really fast at fucking up where placements are. I feel so bad for like barely chatting, but I'm just so locked in. But hey, soon we can go back to Expedition 33. We can go back to... That game just celebrated like its year anniversary. Still haven't beat it. It's gonna happen. It'll happen, chat. You can't delay the inevitable. This is gonna be the year of finishing games. I swear. We're gonna finish at least one game this year, chat, and it's gonna be awesome. Balloons? Well, we could have been playing balloons whenever we wanted. I'd love to keep... You know what? Not gonna say anything. I've healed. We'll play more balloons, chat. We'll play more balloons at some point. I just gotta go into the stove. I gotta go in the stove. I gotta start cooking. You guys can only spend so much of my money before there's no money to spend. Am I okay? Yeah. Why would I not be? I'm great. I'm drawing a fucking horse. Ask donations from the rich. Fair point, fair point. They could be giving us more money. And they don't. What's up with that? Oh, 3 more colors. 3 more. 3 more colors on this row. Actually, 2 more. 2 more colors on this row. And then we're on to the next one. I can feel myself so exhausted. Who knew that going to Vegas and sleeping at like 4 a.m. every night, you would need like recovery sleep? It's crazy. It's almost like sleeping responsibly is like a good idea or something. Think about how boring that is, chat. Isn't that unbelievable? God forbid somebody wants to have fun. No, you have to feel sleepy now. Ugh. Roll my eyes. I want to draw a horse.
Lemonade.
Oh, thank you for the prime banana supplier. Sleep now and let us finish the horse for you. That'd be so cool. That'd be so chill. Is that timer the horse progress? That's how long we've been doing the horse in general. Yes. That is total horse hours. Give it up for hour 15. Holy moly, we've been horsing around for 15 hours. Guys. Type 1 of you love horses. I love them. They're the most life-changing thing to happen in my life. Every single funny video, I look at them, I smile. They make me laugh, they make me smile, I giggle. They're just so goofy. Maybe those horse girls have really had something going. Maybe they had an idea. I think they were ahead of their time in their way of thoughts. We are just now only catching up to the fact that horses are truly one of the funniest animals ever. We owe an apology to the horse girls. Are you doing this 1 pixel at a time? Well, yeah, how else would I be doing this? 2 pixels at a time? That would be stupid. 2 pixels at a time would be a strange number to do this on. Oh my god, one more color, and then we get to move on. We're on to the next set. Holy moly, chat. We're on to the next 2. And I want some big yays in chat. Yay! Yay! You guys think that you'll be sad when the horse streams are over? And we go back to playing normal video games instead of drawing horse for hundreds of hours? Tens of hours? Are you guys gonna be sad about it? Or is it like one of those, like, don't be sad that it's gone, be happy that it happened in the first place? Do you think you guys are gonna change? Like, you as a person has grown and changed since the beginning of the horses? Some of you are gonna be graduating college since I started this. Have you thought about that? That's how much time has passed. It's like really deep and insightful. I wonder if this has made you rethink what life is really about. At Altrive. Guys, Joe Sniffy is here. Everyone say hi, Joe. Make your username Horse Plus. What if I don't want to do that? At Altrive. What's up, Joe? What up, Joe? Do you like my horse, Joe? Hi, Joe. Thank you for saying hi to Joe. That's very polite of you, Joe. I'm sure Joe appreciates that you said hi. Did your Twitch chat gift all drunk? Guys, 5 gifted subs, we can gamble. It is Cinco de Mayo, so you should be celebrating. You should be celebrating the holidays by drinking. Pour out your tequila. Well, don't pour it out. Pour it out into a glass. You wouldn't want to waste some fine 100% agave tequila. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. This section has become so needlessly complex as all of the horse hairs convolge onto each other. I just feel lost. Oh, you know what's great news, by the way, chat? The app that I'm using has updated. They added an update again, but this time it wasn't to fuck me over. I think this time it was to help me. They updated the website so that now it will save the image that I'm working on. It has like saved information. So now if I close the stream, this was great that they added this at the very end of what I'm doing. It's like actually it's like, thank you. I'm so glad they did this very at the end. It now saves. Yeah, hold on, Fire, so I can mod you. It now saves. It now saves like my image. So that I can close the window and reopen it. Which I'm so glad that they added that. It is actually like, thank God they added this at the very end of everything. I actually I was pissed off. I really, oh my God, we're at you. I'm looking at it now, chat. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6. Thanks for $5. Would recommend. I gifted 1 sub to Hi Joe. Hey, thanks for the $5. I appreciate it. Everyone say thank you. They had to turn it off, turn it back on again. Yes. We're like at the end. Can I do this in one stream though? It is 9 p.m. Do we make the last stream tomorrow, chat? I think maybe we do one more. Thanks for the $5. Let's have this. We'll do tomorrow will be the final stream for the horse. We can do tomorrow, chat. But we'll do one more row. One more row. We'll go for an hour. We'll go an hour more. Stream should be 4 hours long. We'll stream until it's 4. Oh, I do need the grid, actually. The grid is actually like one of the most important parts now that I think about it. It does make painting so much easier. It was only great for a minute. But let's stream until we have like 4 hours. And then we'll call it. We'll call it and then we'll probably finish it tomorrow. Because I do think we're really close, but I don't think we're close enough where I'm like, I want to book, I want to like sprint it, you know? I'm surprised I still haven't heard this song in my nightmares, by the way. But Yeah, I'm like, right now, I lack confidence that I could finish this in the next, like, I think I would finish this in the next 4 hours. Is kind of how I'm feeling, and that sounds horrifying. That sounds like not something I want to do. Can you make the horse in under a day? Objectively speaking, yes. 15 hours? That's still under a day. I've definitely at least proven that. Shit. I spaced out. Will you be streaming tomorrow? I'll be at work dying of boredom. Yes. We will be streaming tomorrow. I try and stream every weekday right now. Right now, the flow's been every weekday. Is that more than I should be streaming? Probably. But that's how I feel. That's the vibes right now. I'm on that, like, grind, chat. We're on that horse grind. Movie's over and you're still horsing. Well, how was it? Give us a review of Devil Wears Prada. I almost said Devil in a New Dress. That's the Kanye West song. Goodbye, Altrive Plus. Goodbye, would recommend. Now we're talking about Devil Wears Prada. Did you see this? It was a 7 out of 10. It was fine. So did you see this movie because it was... because you're an A-list, or because you were just sitting there in deep infatuation and fascination for the Devil Wears Prada series? Centaur. I guess if you think about it, this is kind of a centaur, because the body is a human. So I guess on a technicality level, it is a centaur. That being said, I hate the fact that you wrote that, and I wish you nothing but locusts for your foreseeable future. I liked the first one. I was bored, so I wanted to see a movie. That's interesting. When I'm bored, generally, instead of seeing a movie, I just start smoking crack out of a crack pipe. But I guess, you know, to each their own. but I think you're the weird one. I thought when you were bored, you draw horses in Tomodachi Life. No, you don't understand. This is my job. I draw horses in Tomodachi Life as a 9 to 5. Imagine being able to get paid by coloring numerically by... Guys, I'm getting tired. I'm not speaking correctly. English is impossible now. We've entered this part. I thought drinking more caffeine would have helped. And I've definitely has not solved everything. It's kind of pissing me off. Can I speak my truth? It's kind of pissing me off. Oh my god, we're actually at a part where, like, the head has been rounding off, too. That's crazy. The head has been just rounding off. So, we've actually been, like, going off border way earlier. Oh, we're also on, like, we're going up now, Chad. The hair's not been going down now. You would have thought the hair goes up, like down here. It goes up. We're going this way. How does it do that? That's crazy. Oh my god, it's a horse. Holy shit. Oh my god. I think you can win this another 45 minutes. I think maybe we actually have like one more row. And then we're screwed. And then I might be SOL. I'm trying to get into the habit of streaming for 4 hours. Wait, I think I can do this now because we now have like grounding for where pixels should be. Holy shit. Chat, I'm the smartest person alive. I've never felt smarter, ever. I'm taking Spanish 1, but I'm horrible at it. You know what would make you better? Celebrating Cinco de Mayo. It's called immersion, alright? Everybody knows the best way to get really into learning languages is to immerse yourself. Think about how a child learns a language. Right? When you as a baby learned how to speak your native language, which in this instance, we're going to assume it's English. You learned by speaking language, by listening to only people around you speaking English. So the most effective and fastest way to be learning languages is to be consuming as much media as possible, or languages or anything like that that speaks in the language that you're trying to learn. Things like swapping your phone to Spanish, watching Spanish media, playing games in Spanish. All of these give you more and more information that allows you to pick up context clues on when words are supposed to be used. And so immersion is the #1 effective tactic, followed by repetition. Those will help you learn languages as fast as possible. With this being said, if you're learning Spanish, you should be surrounding yourself and embracing and indulging in the culture of it. And thus, if you're celebrating Cinco de Mayo and you get a Pacifico or a Corona, it'll take you one step closer to learning the Spanish language. This is why Altrive speaks such good Japanese, because his life is sugoi. Exactly. Listen, I'm not getting drunk because I'm misbehaving. I'm getting drunk to help learn language. I'm learning by celebrating Cinco de Mayo. I'm celebrating culture. I'm understanding culture. I'm getting better at my language. If anything, I'm one step closer to being Spanish and perfecting my speaking abilities in other languages. We're doing a project where we had to make a menu with no Spanish drinks. Should find a new teacher. I think your Spanish 1 teacher is a piece of shit. No Pacificos on the menu? I'm not eating there without Pacificos. Are you kidding me? If there's no Modelo or Pacifico, I'm not going. I used to think it's a dog eats dog world was a doggy dog world, and that's hilarious. Well, it is a doggy dog world. In Twitch chat, you're my dogs. Put it there, buddies. She said no tequila. That's fucked up. That's so messed up. All right, that's like saying going to Vegas with no gambling. What's the point? I remember my Japanese teacher got really confused and slightly upset at me because well, more like confused rather than upset. My Japanese teacher said that we were gonna do conversations with people from Japan, and that we should talk about something that we did, but it couldn't be anything illegal that was illegal in Japan. So, you know, like, don't talk about smoking weed, because they're not allowed to smoke weed there. It's illegal. And I remember I raised my hand and I asked, what about pachinko? Or like, what about gambling? Can I talk about gambling? Because technically gambling is illegal in Japan. But there's a giant culture of gambling on pachinko. And my teacher for the next like 15 minutes sat there trying to figure out whether or not to say yes or no to me. Because technically gambling was illegal, but pachinko isn't. And they thought that pachinko was essentially just gambling. Which, hey, I'm not the law. I'm not going to tell you what is and isn't illegal. Gotcha's a thing too. Yeah. And I remember her being like, well, you know, it's illegal, but pachinko's legal. And that's like basically gambling. And we're like, uh-huh. It's true. I agree. It's basically gambling. So can I talk about it? And they're like, well, it's not actually gambling. So maybe gambling still shouldn't be allowed. But then she looked back and she's like, well, but in Japan, it's really common to have a field trip in Japan, like when you're Japanese, like field trips and vacations, going to the casinos in Las Vegas is something very common. So they're like, well, you know, so then is it fine? Which I love that argument, because if that's the case, then they could smoke weed in like California. So if that's the case, then why can't I talk about smoking weed? And they just went through maybe 15 minutes back and forth in their head about whether or not it was okay to talk about gambling. Eventually they decided, you know what? How about we just avoid this? How about instead of this topic, we do something else? Now, was I going to talk about gambling? No, this was actually a purely useless question. It was actually just to purely cause shit. Gambling is in Pokemon? I should have said that. I should have said, hey, you can gamble in Pokemon. Why can't I talk about gambling in my school project? Anyways, at the end of the day, I kept trying to ask the person questions about... I asked them if they, I asked them what their favorite city was, and they said Osaka. And I said, what was your favorite thing to do in Osaka? Like, what's your favorite part? Like, do you go to, like, America Mura? And they said they've never been to Osaka. And it was it was about the most dead conversation I've ever had in my life. I was like, what was the point? What was the point? What do you mean your favorite city is Osaka and you've never been? I asked a question about Osaka. He was lost. How is that possible? That's how you know they're a real Osaka fan. They haven't played it. Shit, you're right. I should have respected them. He was LARPing. Unironically, this I had a LARPer for a conversation partner. What about Kyoto? I don't know. What do you want me to say? I don't know why they didn't say a different city. Were they not expecting me to ask questions about Osaka? Maybe they were so caught off guard that I, instead of just knowing, like, just learning Japanese, that I also, like, knew a little bit about the country. And he was just not expecting me to have, like, any knowledge of Osaka whatsoever. And I threw him off guard. Maybe he just was expecting me to just only know that Osaka is a place that exists. And nothing about what is in Osaka. He didn't know he was talking to a real hashtag knower. I have school tomorrow, so I leave now. Yeah, this seems like the final line for the stream, but the good news is that we're almost fucking done. And when we're done, it'll be great. Then we can go back to playing the game. My laptop died. We should have been more committed to the stream. You should have charged your laptop more. Then you wouldn't have this problem. Are you really a real fan if you're not locked in, charged, or sitting on your toilet for like 40 hours? Phone full brightness. Here to fully consume the beauty. Oh my god, bro, there's a pixel all the way out here. What is bro even doing out there? I'm actually slowly losing my mind. I'm becoming so tired. Oh. I used up all my energy early. Don't worry, chat, because you know what? I'm gonna get a good night's rest. And the next day will be even better, chat. We'll be such good little boys. It'll be a Christmas miracle, chat, because guess what? We'll have a horse. It'll be like waking up and we're running down the halls. Oh my god, Santa's here! Santa's here! And what will be under the tree? But you will finish today. We're not finishing today. That's not happening. I can't do that. There's a little bit too much work left over. Tomorrow, I think, might be the finish line, though. I'm sorry to all my horse fans who feel left down because we couldn't get the horse done today. But hey, you know what? Tomorrow ain't that bad. No present from Satan. Was that really a chat message? Okay. Kind of weird. No horse? Hey, he's there. He's there. You can see him. You could see the horse. He's right there, Chad. He may be missing the top of his head. But his energy is there. His spirit, it's strong. It's tall. It's beautiful. It's something out of a movie, like the movie Spirit.
Horse.
Thank you for the 37 months. Horse is right. Yeah, I think tomorrow we might be able to fit. Well, we'll see. I have a busy early day. We'll try and get it done tomorrow. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's a busy early day. It would suck to make that promise, and we ran into the same issue. You know, I don't want to let my big horse fans down. But it's definitely finishing this week. Today or tomorrow, without a doubt. Or tomorrow or the day after, without a doubt. 100%. I can put that guarantee with certainty, chat. We will have our horse. And the mare will be beautiful. Stop horsing around. That's what I think of that. All right, final color, chat. Final color of the stream, and here we go. Our final coloring in. Type some ones. Let's get your one energy out here. You were here, chat. You were here for the final horse. The final, one of the final horse streams of the night. Give yourself a pat on the back. You deserve it. We all worked hard together. Yeah, plus, I mean, if my voice slowly gets worse and worse, which would suck. That would be really bad. Now that I'm thinking about it. If I, like, try to really clutch it out tonight, that would be, not good. That'd be really terrible. Because then I would have my voice destroyed, and then instead of... we'd get one horse stream and then no streams. And I think we would rather have many streams than finishing it tonight. But it would be funny if this was your last stream. True, I could finish it this stream, and then my voice would be absolutely destroyed for the rest of the week, and you just get nothing from me. The horse stream has completely taken me out. It's taken me out back and it shot me in the neck. I'm being turned into glue after this? I hope so. If my reward is turning into glue, that's kind of like being closer to a horse. That would make me the happiest little guy alive. I would jump up for joy. I would jump up in the shape of an X. You're being turned into glue so the horse doesn't have to. I can take its place. Dude, if I was like actually such good glue though, that'd be so sick. Do we know if humans make good glue? Because like imagine how cool it would be if I was like actually so good at being glue. I'm like goated at it. I'm actually like so good at sticking things together. It'd be kind of badass. Alright, chat. Here we go. Yeah, I don't... I should probably be wise here and rest my voice for just the night so we can finish. But there we go, chat. That was today's horse. We have... Let me check. We have one... Let me zoom out. So I have a better idea. Oh, we have so much more. We have so much more work, chat. I have so much more work than I thought. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, it's so bad, chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 rows left. Actually, you know what? Next stream we do this, we might be the last one. It's finishing in the next 2 days. We're gonna be done in the next 2 days, chat. The horse will be complete. But I need to rest my voice just to be safe. And I'm getting a little tired. I don't know how I drank so much caffeine and I'm not tired yet. All right, and I'm still tired. I don't know how this happened. So, hey, I appreciate everybody stopping by, chilling out, hanging out. But just to be thorough with the horse and guarantee we're good, we're at the very end. We're at the very end landmark. We'll play Tomodachi Life again soon. Thank you, YouTube, for stopping by.